Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your local Problematic Leo here with another contact lens review. Now, I know you're probably wondering, where the hell is your face? Well, the thing about it is, a little bit earlier this week, I took some medication that I thought I might be allergic to, and guess what? I was allergic to it and broke out in hives. Now, I didn't feel like doing the intro, the construction, as well as the outro in a full face of makeup just to cover it all up. However, I did man up and do the top half of my face so I could get you guys some close-ups in natural light. I even pulled back just a little bit so that you could see them at a more conversational distance, because some of these up close can be a little more intense. Now, today we're going to be talking about the 6 new shades that can be found in the Siesta Sparkle collection. However, as channel tradition dictates, I have to show you my naked brown eyes so I can go ahead and read you the stat. The diameter is 14.2 millimeters, the base curve is 8.6 millimeters, and this will last you 6 months. Each pair will cost you $15 a piece, with prescription coming in at no additional cost. However, I did want to make sure that you guys are aware there is a launch event from January 10th all the way to January 31st where you can pick these up for $13.50. Now, I'm not sure if my discount code will work on top of that, but if you want to give it a shot, it is ROB10 at checkout. Also, if you find my reviews helpful or just find me entertaining in general, be sure you go ahead and use my affiliate link, which is listed down in the description box below. If you really love me, then maybe you'll go ahead and bookmark it. I'm just saying. Alrighty, so before we take a look at each of the individual colors, I did want to have a quick chat about construction. Now, these ones are actually very similar to the Siesta Crystal Edition. If you guys remembered, those ones were made to be a bit more translucent so they would actually blend with your natural eye a little bit better. These ones are actually one step lower in opacity as compared to those, and they actually added a silver shimmer throughout the contact lens. Now, while those ones were kind of like single tone, these are going to be dual tone. So what you'll find with the warm colors, which include the Jasper, Citrine, as well as the Rosaline, is they actually have a little bit of an amber interior to help them blend into your eye a bit better. However, for the cooler colors like the Quartz, Sapphire, and Peridot, you'll actually find that they have a yellowy interior. Now, if I'm going to be honest with you, neither of these shades really do much to differentiate themselves from each other because they tend to be a bit more sheer and still do their job of blending into the eye, unlike some of the previous lenses that we've seen where it can be fairly stark if they don't. And speaking of blending, much like the Crystal Collection, these feature the same beautiful texture that help them merge seamlessly in with your own eyes. Now, without ado, let's go ahead and jump into those close-ups. Now, first on the chopping block is Sparkle Jasper, which features a nice cocoa brown. This one is actually a very pretty cool shade, and I feel like the silver sparkles in this cool it down even further. So if you have like brownie red eyes like I do and want something to kind of brighten them, but also keep them pretty chill, this is definitely going to be a shade that is going to work wonders for you. The one thing that I did want to point out about this that is fairly different from the other 2 warmer shades within this warm section is the fact that even though it overlaps onto the whites of my eye, because of the fact that the tone is kind of like a cocoa-y brown, it's not as startling as you'll see with the other 2 shades. So even on my wonky eye, this one works out fantastically. Next up, we have Sparkle Citrine. Now, you guys know how much I love like an orangey brown because I feel like it illuminates my eyes. It kind of cuts down a little bit on my redness and really brings out the goldeny bits to my eye. However, if you'll notice on the close-ups of my wonky eye, this definitely lays over the whites of my eye, and I think that this is a great kind of like demonstration for anyone who has smaller eyes, that you'll notice that there is a little bit of overlap. However, when you pull back into the more conversational shots, it's really not as apparent. So admittedly, while these ones aren't perfect, I really do enjoy the shade. However, I will make note that the silver sparkles in this actually cool down the orange just a tad bit, and I'm kind of crossing my fingers that in the future, ColorCL actually does some more like golden or orangey sparkles in these ones to really accentuate the warmth. Next up, we have Sparkle Rosaline, which, as many of you guys know, I don't really love pinky contacts. However, when merged with the silver and the brown of my own eyes, I will say it's actually better than I expected it to be. However, as you can see on my wonky eye, the pink does overlay on it a little bit. So with shades like this, I always suggest carrying around some eye drops, especially the redness reducer ones, because if you get red veiny eyes like I do, and you have a little bit of that pink kind of like going onto the whites of your eyes, it's not necessarily the most attractive. But again, at conversational distance, you don't really see that as much. It looks pretty damn good from here. Now, before we move on to the cool tones, I actually wanted to go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison between the Jasper, Citrine, and Rosaline. Now, as you can tell, when it comes to the Jasper, it's kind of like just a solid cool tone. When you get into the Citrine, it does brighten things up a little bit, but again, that silver sparkle kind of like dulls it down, so it's not insanely warm. And then, of course, we get into the Rosaline, which is its own creature in and of itself. The only thing that I will say is that in the light, the silver sparkles really do tend to cool everything down, so the warmth in these are not absolutely crazy. If I'm gonna be honest with you, when it comes down to this like whole section, I kind of feel like the Jasper outshines them all because you don't get such a crazy, like, I guess you would say, aura around the eye when it comes to laying over the whites. But that's my own personal opinion. Okay, so next up we have the Sparkle Quartz, and if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, if you guys watched my previous contact lens video, we had the tint blings on there, which had that really yellowy interior, and when I looked at these ones in the blister, it was also gray with that yellowy interior, and I was like, oh no, it's not gonna be pretty, but oh my god, I love these! These ones look absolutely freaking fantastic, and just display how sheer the internals are for it, like that little yellow ring in the center really doesn't show up as much. It does a great job of blending, and it is so freaking reminiscent of the Crystal series, where we had the light gray and then we had the dark gray. Me personally, I still think that I like those a little bit better, but those don't have any kind of shimmer, and the shimmer adds a little bit of dimension. Listen, I'm a gray contact fiend, don't listen to me, but I love these. But also don't listen to me, because I'm absolutely obsessed with gray contacts, and these ones are fabulous, but many gray contacts are fabulous. I don't know, I just love them. It's hard to make decisions when they're all so pretty. Okay, so let's talk about Sparkle Sapphire. These ones are basically the Romance India version in the Sparkle series, and I'm gonna be honest with you, for some reason when I look at myself in them, I don't like them, but when I look at them in the close-up shots, they look really, really good. And then when you pull away the conversational distance, because of that silver shimmer, it kind of cools it down and kind of grays it up a little bit. You guys know how I feel about gray contacts. I'm just saying. So now they're kind of like Romance India with a little bit of gray. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but I actually kind of really like them here. I'm gonna have to like wear these out a couple more times and really get my feels about them, but at this point in time, they're going on my recommended list. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and end this with Sparkle Green. Now, as many of you guys are fully aware, I have a love-hate relationship with ColorCL's greens. If they lean too blue, they just don't look right on me. When they lean a little more yellowy, that's when I absolutely go batshit crazy over them. Now, unfortunately, these do lean a bit more blue, so they kind of have that emerald green tone that I'm not super duper fond of, but maybe it's just because of the fact that I don't think it necessarily goes with my own skin tone. So if you have more of an olivey base to you, these might be absolutely perfect. However, for me, I'm looking for something that's a little bit more yellow. Alrighty, and that about wraps it up for my review of the Siesta Sparkle collection. Now, if I was going to recommend any of these to you, definitely suggest picking up Jasper, mainly because of the fact that I have a friend named Jasper, and I think that he would be really, really bitter if I didn't mention that fact. Also, I really love the Sparkle Quartz, and I'm kind of torn about the Sparkle Sapphire and the Sparkle Rosaline. The Sapphire one just gives me all of those Romance India vibes, but I'm thinking in my head, maybe I just rather have Romance India. I don't know. Also, if you have not checked them out already, and I requested these because I saw these on the site and was like, oh my god, they look so cool. Take a look at this mother frickin' marble contact lens case. They also have one in white. They also have this other one that's kind of like, it's got like a little bit of a thing in the middle of it. It's still marbly, but I like these ones. And then for the like faceted gem one, they have a blue one in now. Oh, I absolutely love it, and it's kind of like golden and everything. So definitely go ahead and check that out. Don't forget to use my code ROB10 at checkout, as well as the affiliate link down in the description box below. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Also, how are you feeling about these nails? Take a look at them in the sunlight. Isn't that crazy? Wow.